Hello, welcome to Nebulous Fleet Command, a video game where we command fleets in Nebulous. And today we have two teams. One, we have stolen from Neater, the ONYX Watch themselves, and the other team is the entire Alliance Navy and this random guy named Puppy. He's not a puppy. I don't know why he got that. So yeah, we're gonna watch them fight.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tuna, for taking the intro back in your box. I'm joined, of course, by Darg as well. What are you laughing at? This is no laughing matter. This is Chosen of the Gods 6K 2v2. We're in the second round here. Team Goonatar won the first round on Tumbleweed, so I'm very excited to see. Oh no, my phone is next to my thingy. It might have crackled. We're very excited to see how Team ONYX can pull this back if they can. Blood Moon, one of the maps in this map set, has been made by Hunter, so maybe a home field advantage. We'll see how that plays out. It would be very funny if Hunter lost on his own map. So I'm hoping to see that.
I would like to see that too. Hunter losing not only fills me with joy, but it would be nice to see a third game.
Yes.
First game was pretty good.
One third round in this tournament, I believe, and that was from... No, we've seen two third rounds, I think. And one was from the exhibition match.
Yep.
What was the other third round? I can't remember. Neither can you, it seems.
I don't know. Dude, I'm really glad you've been running this tournament, because if I've been running this tournament, I would have, just dumped the whole thing by now. I have been unbelievably busy the past month and a half.
I've been pretty busy too. I've got some exams. Also, my company is currently exploding, which is great. I love that for me.
In a good or a bad way, because there's two ways that can go.
In a not so great way, but it'll be fine in the long run. But basically, actually, I'll say nothing, because if they somehow find my social media, then I'll be a dead man.
Why?
That's just how it is in the business world,
Yeah, that's just how in the business, I'm gonna sleep with the fishes.
Oh, so it's like, do you
I like
gotta
my privacy too, man.
do you gotta hide your real life meat space social media account, or else the feds come knocking?
I'm very particular about my meat space. No one's allowed my meat space besides my meat people.
That sounded gross.
They're
Mohawk
really
deployment.
thinking about it, ain't they?
Yeah. You see, I can almost smell ham coming from my computer right now, and I think it's from one of them. They're just thinking so hard.
Is it in your meat space? Is that what the problem is?
Oh no, my meat space. Why do I have a meat space? Well, it's very... Okay, we're going into the battle. Anyway, Dar, would you like to take us through the fleets here?
Hello! Welcome to the game. We're dropping down here on Blood Moon. We're dropping down with Puppy, who has some sprinters, Gun and Pinard. Looks like they're in formation 2 in a line together. Puppy also has 2 battleships! Alright, we're going from back to front on this. I'm going to do those 2 battleships last. So we got a nearly naked cabin sprinter, a Gun Pinard sprinter, another Gun Pinard sprinter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Gun Pinard sprinters. Alright. And 1 anti-cap goalie destroyer, logging raider, defender, jammer, beam on the nose, and 2 battleships. 1 a beam battleship and 1 a gun battleship. No, they're both what? Huh? Okay. The gun battleship has beam on the back. Got it. The Action Express. Raider, Whip, Dragonfly. Well, yeah, on the battleships, generally you want to rely on tracks from other things, but no, it looks like the gun battleship has a parallax in it. You really don't want to do the quad TC thing in the battleship anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, the track quality that you get, just the main threat now are monitors, and TQ10 just does not cut it for what you gain from fighting monitors.
Yeah. Bullseye front line in the beam ship, which is fine. It's entirely reasonable. And
Hunter is
Hunter
4 CLs.
has no. Hunter has 5 CLs.
Oh, I can't count.
So we're gonna do this back to front as well. He's got 1 Pinard sprinter, 1 missile frigate. All right, okay. These are, what are these?
Active validated.
ARAD Act, and then also the Act ARAD Val. So a little bit of each, so that's going to be highly effective against anything with radar. And he's got voxels. Are they in a ball or are they spread out? Oh yeah, they're in a ball.
We got missiles.
Real forehead gaming. Mark 64 is going to have a lot of ammo elevators. Probably going to be a little light on the E-War department and the detection department. Yeah, frontline. Going to really be relying on those lock vets. Falling these missiles in. They are, as Tuna said, yeah, yubbed onto Echo, but I don't think they're actually going to hit anything. Looks like, oh, yeah, they're tracking on one of the EMTs down here at a Spicy. This thing's going to have a bad time, potentially, unless they head off in other directions. Now we got them. Okay, that's going to get a hard kill. Anyways, we need to switch over to the OSP team, start going through those fleets before we start going through the combat. We're going to go up from Spicy first, back to front. We got... Okay, an LRT tug with a mine launcher, one nearly naked cabin shuttle, one locking shuttle. You don't see those that much anymore. Another MMT gun shuttle, three gun shuttles, and then obelisk plasma with 250s on the roof. Actually, nice.
Yeah, this obelisk plasma has no radar. That Pinard lock shuttle that's next to it is supposed to provide the tracks.
Oh, what the fuck? That's so gambly.
One of the missiles hit on the Lunet.
Especially against, like, missile prigs, that's very risky. Another obelisk plasma 100, and then it looks like two broadside 250s with decoy containers on the back for the soft kill. Has been a bit of a missile scuffle going on here. Quite a few missiles being shot out from that frigate. Echo might get denied. No way, this is definitely going to capture. Yeah, everything's out, and they're going for the chaff. Womp womp. Chaff. Mimi bringing the monitor pain, though they seem to be spread out a little bit. It's got one multi-mission tug. 1, 2... Oh, these all have different stuff on them, don't they? 1, 2... Okay.
Yeah, group of 4, though.
So,
four
C90, T30, and TD1 monitors. And then one C90, T30 lock monitor, 2 of them. And those are spread out a little bit. Might be supporting the bulk freighters. It's actually 5 of the... Oh, okay. And one double EWR and Bloodhound monitor. What the fuck? It's got jury-rigged reactors in them and a boosty. Man, that is
oh my God,
a next-level build.
Quite a creature. Quite a creature.
Indeed.
1 second. I'm going to try and flip my camera so like we can get it whenever it's... I'm sure
Nice.
someone's going to screenshot that.
Nice. We've got... What do we got? We got more missile strikes going out. Looks like both teams have secured 2 points. OSP's grabbed Alpha and Echo, and ANS has grabbed Delta and Charlie. No one's gone on to Bravo yet, although OSP is getting shape on it with a shuttle, and I think they'll be able to cap that for basically free. ANS doesn't have anything over there challenging it. I don't think the missiles, as long as that shuttle runs radar off and chaffs appropriately, the missiles have not been doing very well, unfortunately, for the ANS team.
Doing pretty good against them.
Yeah, and they've also been going for dead holes a little bit too.
Dead holes, yeah.
That's been a big one. They do manage to secure the Charlie.
Going on a day right now where I'm not sure what they're doing here, but they're just kind of sitting next to each other.
Well, these are 2 support crafts, so the shuttle has its guns knocked out, and the sprinter doesn't have any offensive armament at all. So they're doing what they can.
Need to quickly, the shuttle on the ACAP needs to just repair the VLS launcher. If it just breaks up.
This is bad. Because those are command valved and he can't break
that.
See ya, fucker. Yeah, that is dead immediately.
That is unfortunate. Lobotomized, even.
Was capturing the alpha point for the ANS, but not anymore. Now OSP is grabbing the Bravo point. We're going to keep an eye on that shuttle and see what happens with the missiles. If anything goes down there.
It's revealed. They know where it is now, I think.
They probably don't have an intel. Oh, they do have an intel center probably on that abomination in the back. Oh. No, it doesn't have an intel center. Where is the intel center for?
Really? It might be on Trebuchet. Check Trebuchet.
No.
Nope. Okay. Well,
All right. Well, they know it's a Beam BB now.
Well, yeah. Now it's
Yeah,
firing.
Bardachet.
The lasers do be out.
A lot of shit right now.
Did you just call that Bardachet?
Bardachet? I don't know how to say.
You want me to butcher it even more?
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe it is
Bardiche?
Bardiche.
I don't know.
Or
I never learned
Bardiche.
French. Or Belgian.
Well, see, the thing
Oh, that
is that it's a medieval word, so there's no fucking telling how to actually pronounce it. That shit's always mega scuffed, whether it's English or French.
Arcade
So they
words
decided
are
to go
like
with
that.
the holding the C point of the BB rather than going for the B point, which I see most people do with a BB. It seems they want to keep it in play closer to the D point and be able to shift it more. Because if you put the BB over by B, it usually does end up getting stuck there, and that's its job forever.
I
The
imagine if it's near C, it can zone pretty well too, because they have to avoid that whole like area, or the BB can just drop on them.
Yeah.
the
Although
voxels
it's still
are
quite a big
spotted, and the monitors are getting an angle on them, and will be firing up there shortly. They are busy with the beam battleship right now. But if those voxels unmasked while the monitors are in range, they're going to be in big trouble. The 250 doesn't quite stand up to the C90 as far as damage performance goes.
There are 5 of the things.
Yeah, and
Also
they
saw
are.
those over by A, hitting the Corvettes again.
They do be blasting. Currently blasting one of the tugs.
A lot of
Well, the
cap
Corvettes-
attrition over by Alpha, but now the Voxels are arriving, and that's going to start taking away those tugs.
I'm very
Real
surprised
fast.
that Team Goonatar didn't go with a beam destroyer for guarding the A point. Most times you see a beam destroyer sitting here by this rock, peeking down to deny A cap, but there was no beam destroyer this time.
Got the whole pack of Skittles coming from that Vox group. All 3 types of jamming. Well, all 3 types of directional E-War.
The whole bag of Skittles.
What is your favorite type of Skittle?
That's a good question.
I hope it's not green or red
It is not
or
green.
yellow.
I think I might say blue.
Okay. These guys are tasting a bit of the rainbow right now, however, and they're not enjoying it. Oh god, that is actually a lot of 250 AP. That actually might
Yeah,
be.
even against feeders, that's gonna hurt. Starting to lose their guns.
Is this the counter to the monitor blob you just blob voxel?
Man, 250 harder? Yeah.
Because this is a lot of 250 fire, and you just take out those front guns, and they're gonna have a problem. You jam them out. They can't see you. You illuminate them so you can keep the locks, or at least keep the locks going, even to counter their jamming, because they're being jammed by 2 right now.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that mines deployed on E?
Oh, that is mines deployed on E. Of course, you would
Not
notice
the
that.
best surface trap I've seen. One of them's flying into the void, but it is there.
Yeah, this is whenever like a bird is like looking after its chicks and it realizes one's like weaker than the others. This is the weaker.
Out of
This
the
is the
nest.
weaker chick.
Man, life is brutal on Melshort's. Ooh, ooh.
Monitors slowly being shredded, losing their nose guns,
All
their
the
side
voxels
guns.
just had their
All
armor
those armors
bloomed.
are gone.
All the voxels.
Unfortunate. Those are
Oh.
toasty.
This
Well,
proves how Team
that's
ONYX can
bad.
win.
They just made what are they called? Blondies? You know, is that with the M&Ms or with the Skittle? I don't remember.
That's about 6,000 points worth of ship that now do not have armor and are being fired at by 100 mil. They've immediately thrown it in reverse and are getting the hell out of there. You cannot fight with these straight up anymore.
Fate has chosen against you. There is now Bombshell also being added.
Oh my
Oh,
god! we got
no.
Bombshell.
Bombs on a
Hunter is
voxel group!
smashing his decks right now. I swear to God, this is gonna be. Oh, this is gonna be devastating. The 100 mils coming in. Is it penetrating? The bombshell is penetrating.
Oh yeah. These things have 0 armor at this point.
Mass Driver is also now getting onto target.
They've realized where they are weak and they want to just rip these voxels apart right now. Unfortunately, though, the monitors, there's only 3 of them which are actually capable right now.
Yeah,
They forgot. They haven't restored the last one, although it is a plasma.
I don't
But
know
the
about this
C90
OSP team, dude.
Yeah, no, there are
This
some very
comp
questionable
is like
parts of this
Forgot
comp.
to touch dagger. Oh,
not
holy.
good, dude. Beam Solomon covering the Charlie Point, blasts another tug.
250, liner rounding the corner. Not really penning the BB because, it's 250.
I feel like you need either more monitors or more multi-mission tugs.
Mm-hmm.
And fewer creatures.
Honestly, though, no, I kind of like this because so half of ANS now is like completely armor stripped, and they've got a lot of 100 around between the
Yeah, but that was still an accident.
monitors and also all the they have some 100 LNs, don't they? So
Well, no, because the bulk raiders are plasma 100 with centered
there's
on
the
plasma. One is pure
Longhorn.
plasma,
The
and
Longhorns T30s.
MMT there getting
Well,
hit by some ARAD ACT missiles, so that's a bit tough.
it's half plasma, half T30. Oh no, it's only 3 plasmas and then the rest of it T30s. But still, it's like it's just I don't know. If it gets in a position, it can do some work, but the voxels are also going to do tons of damage to it, and it's pretty far away. It's out of position. It's 10k away.
Decapper dying, unfortunately.
Vaporized. It died instantly. Yeah, now it's gonna get missiled too.
As a treat. The missile did actually no damage whatsoever.
as they are inclined to do sometimes.
Yeah, missiles do.
It didn't clonk. It hit and just did no damage. It hit the basic and the reinforce again. It seems.
Like all the rays just went. Yeah.
Missile clonking has been quite a misfortunate thing recently. I've had
Yeah, it's gotten worse for some reason. I'm not sure
I've
what's
had a
going on.
a torpedo run where I fired 4 torps and 3 of them clonked in a row, and I almost cried.
The Bulwark, one of the 250 ships, got S2s coming into it.
It should be
Right
fine.
into the drive.
Ooh,
Fine,
no.
yes, but in good shape, no. That's a red
No.
sun drive.
That'll come back to haunt it probably.
That's an orange yard drive. That's not good. You really got to be able to turn your ships.
I just realized that the beam battleship's called Goon Score. Wonderful.
It hasn't scored anything so far, but we'll have to see.
It's killed a
Well,
tug and a
that one
shuttle.
monitor, didn't it?
It's killed Bard Aish. So it's done something.
It also
That
killed the
monitor.
tug. It killed Fletcher.
True.
450 now coming. It was 450 and 250 coming in on Onager here, the plasma of Obelisk, which is trying to get hits on the beam BB. Oh, it might pay for this. This is a lot of.
It's a
Is this
lot
armor
of 250,
piercing?
dude. It is,
armor
yeah. It's
piercing.
AP, so that's actually going to punch through and do way less damage than it could.
Oh,
Okay,
they've
he's
realized,
switched.
yeah.
He's switched. All right, let's watch this thing
Bulwark
go
took
from
another trio of
green
missile
to
hits.
red in minutes.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't have a very good track though, and the pontoons. Seems like a lot of these shells are terminating the pontoons, and the damage ray is not able to get into anything of note.
Well, unfortunately, it's going to take this thing a bit longer, maybe, to get away than it wanted. And now it's hidden from 1 or 2 of the voxels now, but yeah,
Damage still
not the
flying
best
in.
trade at all. We got a number of these 250 liners trying to peek towards the voxels right now. It just canceled the firing order.
Voxels continue to eat mass driver fire the entire game.
Yeah, that does start adding up. Mass Driver's not able to actually break the DT of any of the modules, but whenever they're down at such low health, 250, for example, will be able to just rip through them very quickly and finish them off.
Certainly no shortage of that either.
Monitor's trying to get something done on Alpha.
Hit, yeah.
They just don't have enough juice in these
Ooh,
builds.
the reset's taking a lot of punishment.
Oh, the Beam BB is just having to desperately climb up now to stop the C cap, because going lower there meant that the shuttle that's been camping by here is now actually on the cap. This is probably going to change hands real quick again, though. What's the state of this monitor ball at this stage?
They've been steadily dropping guns.
Yeah, a second one is now losing its front gun. Well, C90, and now it's turrets.
Yeah, the 450 arriving was really a bad sign for these monitors because now that's fire that can really break through and hit deep into them, do a lot of damage. So
Yeah, the illumination's still counteracting the jam. Actually, wait, no, is this a lock vet here? It is not a lock vet. Okay.
yeah, I think it's just illuminators.
So they do have a lock, and I'm just wondering if the illuminators are just breaking through these two jamming.
How much is it? 2 bell birds against?
2 bellbirds, yes.
I reckon the illuminators are breaking through that.
They
Yeah,
definitely
they lost
are.
a lock.
No
Yeah,
question.
they lost a lock whenever the illuminators dropped.
Monitors are fairly large lads on a good day, so you can hide them under jamming, but illuminators kind of undo all that.
Well, as we saw in the last
Shuttle managed to
game,
get away.
if you have 6 jammers, you
Yeah,
can
almost
definitely hide monitors at medium range against floodlights.
That is true.
You gotta actually pay for it. So I think that's the problem. The main issue I have with this fleet is that this monitor blob is extremely mediocre. It's got each ship is basically the same: 1 plasma, 1 C90, 1 T30, and with that you can't use your buff modules effectively. You really want to split up your plasma and your ballistics, and then also have an E-warship or two, sometimes in the form of tugs, sometimes in the form of other monitors. But the making like the same monitor for each one of these, while easy and easy to control, makes for a significantly less effective monitor blob than specializing your ships does.
One of the 250 liners here is managing to get a Vauxhall. It was firing armor piercing for one moment, unfortunately, but then it switched to HE with the 100 mils and just savaged it. Immediately killed all the DC lockers with that just 100 mil, like a few barrels of it. Switching to 250 HE on another Vauxhall that is rear on. Oh no.
Oh, mines! Yes, it kills.
The wizard
Great
is
kill on
out
that
there.
What was this mine at? Oh no, it was
the
all
one mine that
Echo
was
side.
ejected from the nest. It just screened for this entire field. It killed that Corvette before it set any other mines off. That is an intact sprint mine field. That is actually beautiful.
Yeah, so
It
one
was
mine,
planned.
one single mine killed that nearly naked sprinter, and now there's still a whole field here.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Speaking
they're
of,
still shooting it.
for those of you who are not aware, Tuna is the local mine enthusiast and arguably the mine expert of Nebulous. He recently put out a mine tutorial, so if you want to take a look at that, go check out his channel on YouTube. You can just Tuna mine tutorial and it'll probably pop up. And that'll show you how to do things like these cool little nested traps that are really powerful and effective at defending points and blowing people up.
Appreciate it.
Well, can you mine tuna? I thought it was like in the sea. I don't.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
in
see it from the
the
ground.
you gotta use the underwater pickaxe, but yes.
Okay.
I can't advise that course of action.
Of course you would. You're the tuna.
Yeah, I have no bias in that theoretical occurrence, you know.
Yeah, the
Won't find it
voxels-
going on the BBs, but
And the gun battleship are continuing to rip these monitors apart. OSP's just entirely zoned out of this game. The bulk
Yeah.
fighters are hanging out in the middle of the map, but they can't really do anything because the positioning of the beam battleship. If they try to get shape on that, they'll get punished by the voxels. And if they go after the voxels, they'll still get punished by the voxels because it's big open space right in the middle of the map. But they also open themselves up to getting flanked and blasted by the beam battleship.
pretty unfortunate position for them to find themselves in. No 450 whatsoever on this team, which I think if they brought some 450
Oh,
on,
you're right. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's all 250, Plasma 100, and Mass Driver, isn't it?
Yeah, I think on a map like Blood Moon, you really want 450. You just
Yeah.
need the range. It's a pretty open. There's a lot of cover you can dive into, but there are these big open spaces you can take advantage of and zone people out, especially on OSP.
As we remember,
I think I would
450 is
like it
very good
more-
against Voxels, and if they had 450 against those shredded Voxels right now, that would have been fantastic.
Well, funnily enough, I think you're actually better off with the 100 mil against the shredded voxels, because 450
Well, I mean, the
HE will overpin voxels that have had all of their armor punched off like this, unless they hit him directly nose on.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're fighting them at range like 8K, 9K, for
True.
example, and
Okay.
they're going to be bow on you.
I can see that.
So yeah, I was thinking like I actually think this OSP team comp would have been way better off if they, instead of taking this big fight on the right side of the map where it's completely open, if they were fighting on the left if possible, because then they'd have cover, they'd be able to get much closer. But here on the right, they're fighting 450 at range in the open with only jamming to cover them, which is, it's not gone terribly, but they're not winning that fight necessarily
out.
either.
On the bulwark.
Yeah, this beam has been mauling this liner to death, and unfortunately, it's pretty useless at this stage.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'd agree with that, because I think if you, like you said, if you stay in cover, you could maybe control Echo, Delta, and Bravo without opening yourself up to the... In fact, most games on Blood Moon are fought over those 3 points. People stay in the cover. They don't take the big fights in the open, because it's usually a bad idea to do that. It's way too risky. You open yourself up from way too many angles, because if you get a disadvantage in the covered area, you can sort of turn it around by by retreating and getting kind of a mini ambush off as things are forced to push into you to take your capture points. But you can't do that in the open. If someone gets an advantage, they now control more space than you, and that's what matters the most in the open side of the map. And we've really been seeing that with these bulk raiders being just trapped.
The missile ranges ran out of missiles. I think it's going to try and throw itself onto the B point, which there is nothing looking at it right now for OSP to deny that.
Goon score has gotten pretty heavily plasmid. Port side almost completely plasmid off. The keel pretty heavily plasmid. Starboard's mostly clean though. That's going to start getting the splashy purple stuff on it too soon.
My worry for ANS is they've kind of run out of capping assets at this point. They've got the suicidal missile frigate, but other than that, they've got a goalie and they've got their capital ships. So I think if OSP needs to get on the offensive a little bit here, but once that happens, I'm not sure how ANS is going to really combat this. They're going to have to start scattering their capital ships, and that's when they can get defeated in detail pretty easily by all these line ships.
Oh, one of the beamstones is now caught out. It's apparently not spotted. Oh, it must have just... Oh, they started jamming there.
Yeah.
Must be pretty annoying for the obelisk. Which, wait a minute, is this the obelisk that doesn't have a radar? Nope, this is the one with the bridge master.
Yeah. He's going to want to get in cover quick, though, or he's going to possibly lose that radar.
And the beam Solomon. So the beamstone's going to turn around and bring the beam to bear, and there's also the beam Solomon. Oh yeah, here it
Beam's
comes.
up.
Pause firing that beam, maybe?
No, I think that's just...
Yeah, no, it's
PID.
very unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh, and now he's got visual. He's returning
That's the
fire.
beam
Beam's
knocked out.
disabled. That's so unfortunate. Oh no. He had him.
Yeah, but that's the thing about having a big gun like that in the nose. It does get taken out quite easily. The Longhorn's going to be able to down that beam, probably be able to kill it here before too long. It doesn't take too much in the way of damage, punishment-wise, and that's going to open up the Delta point for the OSP to jump on, unless these voxels get back there, which they look like they are doing.
Battleship running in too.
And the BB is throwing itself down there too.
But that's going to open up C. I mean, C's wide open if that shuttle is going for it. The Sentinel.
It just woke up.
Gone. Yep. That's C taken. And with that, OSP's going to have a...
Well, there is the Vauxhall charging down towards the mash driver. Oh my god, the Vauxhall
Oh,
might
it's
be able
rushing
to...
the mass driver down? It's rushing down Trebuchet.
Oh no, Onager is not looking for well, it's not looking for the mass driver to get knocked out here, so it's going to start firing away with its 100 millimeter high explosive and 250.
So the creature monitor, the CIA monitor, it has offensive size ones, I think. And I'm just thinking it'd be really funny if they disable this Vauxhall with mass driver fire and then finish it off with size ones.
I refuse to believe in a reality like that.
I'm just saying.
Decap going to Team ONYX. Will they be able to hold on to it for long enough, though? The Beam Solomon is charging its way down here. The Vauxhall, ooh, it's going to get mauled. 100 mil coming in straight to the side. Is this 100 mil or 100 mil? Is this HE or HEHC being fired? Let's take a look at the magazine.
The enemy is securing zone Comet.
OSP's working on Charlie. They're also going to be getting a cap on Delta soon, maybe, possibly. Yeah, these 100 mil bulk raiders are able to wreck Torino the voxels, and especially with the 250s on the roof. I wasn't expecting them to add that much. They're usually kind of bad because C53's output is like.
Mass Driver's not having a good time right now.
The Reigns is getting stopped by a feeder now.
The feeder is also getting shot at, though. A cap now also monitor throwing itself on there underneath the fire of the 450 BB, which actually is not tasked with a fire order at all.
Well, that's unfortunate.
This might be a mode of reprieve for Team ONYX. They might see a 5 cap here.
Wait, that BB can't shoot. It's never mind. I'm looking at the wrong icon. I apologize. Look at that missiles.
Secured zone Comet. The enemy is securing zone Boxer.
Missiles from where?
OSP taking the alpha point. They took a real pounding in the early part of this match, but they have managed to just outlast the ANS forces.
How long can they maintain this 5 cap, though? The D point should go back to them.
I think it's going to last for longer than you think. The Voxels can't take any straight-up fights. All their armor's gone.
The beam BB is
They can't handle anything.
Only one functioning beam.
Yep, the beam battleship is slowly dying. All that's really left is the 450 battleship, and that does not a fleet make.
Oh my god, I think we're seeing it happen.
I think it's going to happen.
That's an OSP.
I mean, ANS still has a chance here.
Heavy advantage, yeah. It's not never written in stone, but I'm seeing it in the cards for OSP right now.
It's pretty rare anyone comes back from a 5 cap.
Especially
Here I
this
say it
late
was
in
the
the
Manic
match.
Gods that blessed this game.
However, I have seen a 5 cap turn into an opposing 5 cap in probably one of the greatest matches I've ever watched. So
I've seen it happen once or twice as well. It is a beam now firing. Oh, that's a structure break immediately.
The baked coil is about to get sent to pods. Nothing left in it but a CIC and a reactor.
Beam
And
battleship.
the pods.
Battle shorting now. Bad aiming
There's
angle.
another voxel. Gone.
Mass driver not dead. Lucky for it. Most of these turrets are now non-functioning on this Vauxhall. By the backline, beam battleship continuing to lay down some hate, taking out the boosted reactor. That's a big deal. Now this thing can't fire that plasma anymore at it. But the cap advantage has disappeared for Team Goonatar, and now Team Goonatar, and now Team ONYX has the cap lead, and they're going to win in what is it?
Very fast.
Very fast.
Not much longer.
They're getting
now
10
at
points
5
every
cap.
10 seconds. So yeah, this is quite brutal. 200 seconds until this is over. That's, it's 3.5 minutes basically until they win. Oh my god. And it takes a minute to cap a point, as I'm sure you're all very intimately aware with. So I think we've
wasn't
seen
aware.
Team ONYX change that around.
The more you know.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know the exact time, no.
I don't know why my voice went so high there. Was it?
The shock, I suppose.
Yeah, it was
Imposter
just-
Neb.
The bloom on the
Imposter
A point.
Nebber.
I'm but a filthy pub player.
Absolutely disgusting. The Golden Gate Bridge is
We're getting
dead,
fireworks.
killed by the reactor deck. You don't see that every day. Yeah, I think OSP's got it at this point.
Oh, firing more plasma at a bloomed Vauxhall is like insult to injury.
Can we get a stable check on that one? They might be trying
Enemy
to
is
kill
securing Zone
personnel with
Atlas.
that.
I mean, isn't that like kind of the point? Kill the other guy's personnel.
Yeah. I don't
Mobs.
think Stable's got anything against space flame.
The enemy are fighting us.
Yeah, that was very silly, man.
Yeah, I don't want to call it yet because, I mean, they're not taking D. They're not going to be. The Vauxhall's too wounded. They can't take D. They can't get to C in time. They're only getting A. That's it. That's a GG for Team ONYX. They managed to win on Blood Moon. Hunter has lost on his own map.
Based. I like how this is also the map that Team ONYX really did not
They
want
did
to
not
play.
want to play this
Like,
map.
no, absolutely not.
In their favor.
That's it. They're calling GG.
Team Goonatar calling it.
We are going on to a third round here.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
wanted this. This is exciting. Now.
I have no idea how this third round is going to go. By the way,
It's gonna be on Yukon.
We've seen two forehead matches, but Yukon's actually a really bad map for forehead gaming because of how the Warrens split up the 3 points on the left side and how far away from everything else the 2 points on the right side are. You can go under the map with capital ships as ANS and do some cutesy wootsy stuff there, but honestly I think that gets punished really hard by monitors. So I don't know. Alright, let's take a look. We're talking about a game that isn't happening yet. So let's talk about the game that's already happening now that we are in the after action report. Monitors performing pretty well. The Trebuchet also doing a good job with 14k master over damage. It's not amazing, but it's pretty strong. Longhorn and Lucerne doing Lucerne doing great job on the damages. Man. Absolutely murderous match. Ton of damage all the way around. Decent amount of damage on the ANS team, but not anywhere near as impressive as the damage on those Wolf Raiders. Okay, the Beam BB and the Gun BB. Nice. Well, our next map is going to be Yukon.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn excited for it. I was not expecting to. Well, I was kind of hoping it to go to a third round, but I was thinking one team was going to stomp the other, which was what we've been seeing so often in this tournament, where one team wins two and then it's straight on to the next bout. But this time, for a semi-final match, we're going to be seeing a third round, and oh god, both teams, their hearts are going to be pounding. They're probably going to be sweating. Maybe there's going to be some crying. They're going to call their moms. You know?
Knees weak, palms sweaty. Discord, link in the description. Patreon, link in the description. We're going to the next game. I'm excited. You're excited. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're really bored. If you're bored, I don't know why you're here. Go away. Don't watch this. Have fun! Woo! Yeah! It's been a good tournament. Been some good games. It's going to be the third match and final match of the semifinals. This is going to determine who fights. Fucking whoever made it into the finals last week. I don't remember, man. I've been so busy. I don't know what's going on in Nebulous anymore. Game!